everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tiffany. Today I wanted to share 21 lessons that I've learned by the age of 21. I wanted to make this video kind of as a personal reflection because I just turned 22. So yeah, and maybe it can help one of you guys out there. Let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna try to be quick just because there is 21 things. Number one, manifestation is a real thing. Thoughts become things and you can speak things into existence. I know it sounds kind of weird at first, especially if you're not really into manifestation or if you don't know what it is. But let me just say, it's a real thing. Read The Secret. Just look into it, guys, because manifestation is a real thing and I highly recommend that you use that in your life. Now is the time to do things. Don't wait till tomorrow because you never know if there's gonna be tomorrow. You don't know who's gonna be there. You don't know if you're gonna be there. So do things today. Like, do not hesitate to do something. If you wanna do something, go ahead and do it. Don't wait. Pour me another drink. Got a little interruption there. Especially being a nurse, this is always a reoccurring topic for me. Like, whenever, you know, a patient passes away, I'm like, dang. Especially if they're young, I'm like, dang. I remember I had this one patient one time. He came down on vacation with his family, and I think they drove. He ended up getting a blood clot that traveled upwards, and he ended up dying, you know, on vacation. And it's crazy because you never expect that to happen. So that just really, there's always like situations like that where it just reminds me that whenever I want to do something, like, I need a plan to do it and not just be like, oh, I'll do it soon, oh, I'll do it later, I'll hang out with this person later, like, oh, I'll talk to them, you know what I mean? Like, just do it now. When you think about it, like, do not wait. Don't wait. This one is going to be kind of corny, but it's true, and it's just to believe in yourself. It doesn't matter if your parents don't believe in you, if your family doesn't believe in you, if your friends don't believe in you. At the end of the day, you only have you, so you need to believe in yourself, and you need to know that you can achieve anything that you put your mind to. If you want to do something, know in yourself that you can do it. I'm so hyped right now. This one I learned like this year, and it's, don't think about it too much. Like, buy the plane ticket, go to the salsa class. Like, if you think about something too much, you're gonna come up with reasons of like why you should put it off, or like, oh, I should wait to do this, oh, I should wait until, you know, in a couple months to do this. Like, no, just do it now, because this falls again to, you never know if you're gonna be here tomorrow. This can relate to like the simplest things. Like, if you think too much about going to the gym, you're probably like gonna make a reason not to go to the gym. Don't think about it and just do it. I remember when I bought the plane ticket to go to DC this year, my parents were kind of like, no, like, they were scared of me traveling by myself, but I was like, you know what, no, like, I'm gonna do it. And I just did it, and it was like a big step for me, and I'm glad that I did it. It was just like, your parents are always gonna be scared, you know, for your safety. They're always gonna worry about your safety, but sometimes you just gotta send it. This one is so important, and I live by it like it's Bible. Do not stay stagnant. Always try to improve yourself. Always try to learn more. Always try to keep growing. Yeah, I reached my goal of becoming an ER nurse. Now what? Okay, I took certifications. I took TNCC. I want to get my CEN. I want to like keep growing in my field. Never ever stay stagnant. Never become complacent, because your life is just probably going to get boring if you become complacent. Just always try to keep learning. Seriously, you're going to develop as a person like that, and you're going to be just so much more knowledgeable. This one was a big one this year too, and it is communication. Do not assume that people know what you're thinking. Just tell them what you're thinking. Ladies, you know, this one's especially for the guys. I feel like guys do not know how to communicate, and it is just so important to communicate what your feelings are. You can't assume that they know what you're thinking, and I know ladies, sometimes we can like just ignore them or stay quiet because you want them to figure out like what they did wrong or what's wrong, but sometimes guys are just a little, you know, and they don't know what you're thinking. But communication is so important in all aspects of your life, whether it's relationship, work, school, anything. Communication is so, so, so important, and it's important to know how to communicate. I feel like when I took mental health in nursing school, I feel like that helped me be able to communicate with people more instead of asking them like, why did you do that? Ask them like, what made you do that? Like, what makes you feel that way? Don't be like, why do you feel that way? Why do you feel that way? Or just asking, what makes you feel that way? You know what I mean? Communication is so, so, so important. So just be careful with your words, because your words do affect people more than you think. If you think you might regret not doing it later on in life, then that means you need to do it. Like, follow your gut and just do it. There was a situation this year where I was like, crap, like if I don't do this, I feel like later on in life I'm gonna regret. Like, I'm gonna look back and be like, dang, why didn't I do this when I was younger? So I followed my gut and I did what I did, and now I can, you know, move on with my life, and I can be like, okay, I know I'm not gonna regret that because I did it and I followed my gut. So just, if you think you're gonna regret not doing it, that means you need to do it. Really trust your gut. And if you end up following your gut and things don't work out in your favor, then just take it as a learning lesson. You only have one life to live, and you do not want to regret not doing something because of how the situation would turn out. Like, do not be afraid to live your life, basically. I cannot believe that I didn't start reading for like self-improvement until this year, just because with nursing school I was like, I'm not about to read for fun. Like, I'm reading my nursing textbooks, I'm not like about to read for fun. But this year I really got into reading and I love it so much. Like I love reading self-improvement books. Right now I'm reading How to Win Friends and Influence People, which is a classic. I'm not gonna lie, it takes me a while to read books just because I'm not a fast reader. I'm not used to reading books, but this is my third book I'm on for the year. Like, what? It's crazy. I actually really like reading, so if you have any book suggestions, like self-improvement books, comment them down below. Something important to note is that when you read a self-improvement book, it's okay to read the book, but you need to actually apply it. So it's not going to do anything. It's not going to benefit you in any way if you don't actually apply what you're learning from the book. So that's something to note. Self-care. Self-care is so important. Taking time for yourself is so important. You don't always have to be with other people, always have to be hanging out. Sometimes it's cool to just, you know, take time for yourself and just chill out, listen to music, watch some Netflix, like doing whatever it is that's by yourself to give yourself time to like recuperate, like just refresh and be by yourself, you know, doing your hair, doing your makeup, getting your nails done. Like, self-care is so important. Remember, as RuPaul says, if you can't love yourself, how the hell you gonna love somebody else? A man is not a necessity, ladies. A man is a luxury, meaning you do not need a man. Seriously, you do not need a man. Be your own man. Do not be with somebody for the money, for the, you know, whatever he is able to offer. Do not be with him because of that. Be with him because he makes you happy, because you enjoy spending time with him. Ladies, really try to be your own man. Like, you know, be independent, be able to rely on yourself. You don't want to rely on anybody else. Always try to grind and improve yourself. Reach out to your friends. Call them. Whenever you think about them, call them. Hang out with them. Make plans to hang out with them. If you're driving on the road and you randomly think about your friend, give them a call. I know whenever anybody, like any of my friends call me, I just feel so appreciated. I don't know, it's just so meaningful to me that somebody is taking time out of their day to call me because they thought about me. So whenever you think about your friends, give them a call. I'm sure that they will appreciate that. This one I learned from the book How to Win Friends and Influence People, and it's show your appreciation towards people. People like feeling appreciated. People want to feel appreciated. This can be applied to like the work setting. Whenever a paramedic or a tech does something for me, like I show my appreciation towards them. Whenever another nurse, one of my coworkers helps me out with something, I make sure to show my appreciation towards them because I feel so grateful that they, took their time to help me do whatever. Whether it's to your parents, to your friends, to your family, just show your appreciation towards people. Don't take people for granted and don't assume that they're always going to be there to do something for you. Just say thank you. Listen to other people. Not everything is about you. Give people the opportunity to express themselves. Listen to their opinion. Listen to whatever they're talking about, and then you can create the appropriate response to whatever they're saying. For example, at work, whenever someone is frustrated, I make sure that I just, listen to them, let them vent, whatever they're frustrated about, I listen to them completely, and then I talk. Try to come up with a mutual understanding, or try to come up with, what is that? Let go of things you cannot control. In life, you're just not going to be able to control every situation that gets brought upon you. But what you can control is what you do in response to that situation. Are you going to take it as a learning lesson? Are you going to let it bring you down, make you feel bad? Like, are you going to just be sad about it? Or are you just going to, like I said, try to take it as a learning lesson, try to make something positive of it? This can kind of relate to relationships. Like, if someone doesn't like you, you can't control that. You can't control how another person feels about you. If they don't like you, they don't like you. You're just gonna have to move on from that. You may feel a little heartbroken, you may feel a little sad, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. So you're just gonna have to make the best of the situation and move on. This is something that I swear is like so true, and it is. Soon means never. Whenever somebody's like, oh yeah, let's hang out soon, it's never. Soon is a time frame that never comes. Whenever you're gonna make plans with somebody, actually make plans with them. Be like, don't say, oh, let's hang out soon, or I'll do this soon, because then you're never gonna do it. Be like, okay, create a time frame. Be like, okay, let's hang out. Yeah, let's hang out like next week. What are you doing next week? Yeah, don't be like, we'll hang out soon, because then it's never gonna come. Or if you say like, oh, I'll do that soon, you're never gonna do it. Be like, oh, okay, I'm gonna do this thing. When am I free? I'm free on Thursday. Okay, I'm gonna do this Thursday. If somebody tells you, oh, let's hang out soon, you're never gonna hang out with them. And that song, period. This kind of goes with not being able to control the situation, but it is roll with the punches. Roll with the punches. Sometimes in life, you're just going to have a bunch of little inconveniences that try to keep adding up and bring you down and try to ruin your day. But you know what? Sometimes you just have to laugh at all the little inconveniences and roll with the punches. I remember one time I left work, and I don't know, I think I had a really rough day at work, and I was gonna take TNCC like a couple days after, so I needed my book to study. I brought my book to work. I drove all the way home, and yeah, TNCC was the next day. And I realized that I had left like the TNCC manual that I needed for the class. I left it at work. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Not only did I have a bad day, I drove all the way home, which is kind of a far drive for me, and I left my book, so now I have to drive all the way back to work. And then like it was just like one thing after the other, like little inconveniences that I was like, oh my gosh, like my day is just not going my way. But at that point, I was like literally laughing at the situation, because I'm like this cannot be happening right now. So I was like, you know what, like frick it, like what else? This one I knew, but got reminded of it because of TikTok, and it is, everything comes to an end. The drip will finally stop dripping. Think about it, when it's raining outside and there's like raindrops falling from the roof, that drop, like those drips are eventually going to stop. And that is kind of like a metaphor for everything in life. everything is eventually gonna come to an end, whether it's something bad or something good. Bad things don't last forever. They're eventually gonna come to an end, and unfortunately, good things might come to an end too. For example, when you're enjoying a really nice movie, the movie is eventually gonna end. When you're hanging out with somebody and you're having the time of your life, you're having like such a great time, it's eventually gonna come to an end. It's kind of sad because, you know, the good things can come to an end too, but at least you know the bad things, the bad situations, like the little bad periods in your life, they're not gonna last forever. This one, I feel it in my soul, and it is, ladies and gentlemen, do not settle for half-assed effort. You deserve better. If you are giving someone your effort, if you're giving someone your time, it could be friends or relationships, it could be whatever. If you're giving somebody your effort, they're not putting in effort, or they're giving you half-assed effort, like, they're not even worth it. They're not even worth your time, and it might be a little hard to see. You might want to give them the benefit of the doubt. Trust me, it's hard. I always try to give people the benefit of the doubt, but sometimes you just have to realize that they're not interested in you. They're not interested in getting to know you. They're not interested in knowing you as a person. If someone doesn't see your value, then forget them. You shouldn't have to prove yourself to anybody. Just move on, because you'll be better off without them. And that's on period. This one is so true. It's a little different, but it's invest in the stock market while you're young. The stock market is very confusing, and I'm still learning about it myself, but I feel like it's a great investment in yourself, like financially, to invest in the stock market. Like I said, I'm still new to investing and everything, but just plant, this is just to plant the seed in your guys' head to invest in the stock market. That's all I'm saying, okay? Celebrate the little wins, because why not? Like, whenever something good happens in your life, why not make it a reason to celebrate? Like a couple weeks ago, I was like, oh my gosh, it's my it's my 1 year anniversary of passing the NCLEX. Let's celebrate, you know what I mean? Celebrate the little wins, because why not? And my last thing that I've come to the realization of after this year of like realizing things, y'all know the Kylie Jenner meme? Do you? The last thing I have to say is life is so beautiful, and it can be taken away from you in the blink of an eye. There's gonna be good times, there's gonna be bad times. You always want to try to learn from the bad times, and like I said, the bad times are not gonna last forever. Every situation that gets brought upon you is a learning lesson, and you get to choose how you react to that situation. I personally always try to choose to be happy. I try to look on the bright side of things, because I want to be happy. In those bad times, you might not know the reason, like why that's happening, but you're always going to grow from it. You're always going to learn something from that situation, and don't let it bring you down, because there's always going to be good times. So now I'm 22, so we're going to see where this year goes. I'm going to try and make it a great year. So yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you guys liked it. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.